Everybody pants now.
All right, we're gonna try to keep going. Hello, YouTube. We're cutting the
Hi,
multi-stream down.
Josh.
What?
Oh, it was YouTube saying hello back to you. Sorry.
Ah.
I'll calm down a little bit.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's try to keep rolling. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, let's play our game. We must play on. The game must go on. So, where were we? It's daytime.
We just did our crafting roll. Everyone else needs to decide what they're doing with their day.
I know what I'm doing with my day. I am trying to learn a talent. So after a good morning workout, I'll be like, all right, Lynn, you should take a break, or you can work on footwork, or you can go scavenge maybe with Mergello, if that's what he's going to do. But I am going to try something. It might fail.
I'm going fishing.
Okay. Go ahead.
Womp.
Okay. That is a fail on that wits roll. Let's get the fishing roll.
Fishing roll. 2 fish.
Oh, nice. You're on a roll today.
Yeah, I know, right?
7 units of food today?
Yeah.
He's going to be doing
Sick.
some cooking tonight.
Yeah, we can go on a long journey now. You're all full on water and pretty much full on food. Nice. Alright, so. It is evening time. We are gathered around the campfire, setting up for the night. Who's making camp?
So we're already near our camp.
Oh, are you still in the
from
same
the other
house you've been
day.
camping in?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you don't need to make camp then.
Grunrock, make sure to get some good rest. 'Cause you were chewing on some mean rope.
Trying to pick fibers out of my teeth.
I think I'm going to attempt to learn a new turtlement. I'm going to attempt to learn a new talent here.
A term to Turland.
I'm
Yeah,
also
that's
going to
what's
do
gonna
that again.
And I'm cooking.
Alright, so I gotta roll wits. Let's roll some wits.
Let's go.
No,
Not me.
dang it.
Good luck, Ralgar. You've got this.
Okay, why didn't that work when I clicked wits and then clicked roll?
Amy, did you roll?
I did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
there
she
it
did
is.
a wits roll.
Big tear.
Oh, is it showing me? No, okay. Roll. Ah!
No,
No
you have
ability.
to click wits and then click roll down on the dice pool. You can't click the little roll thing that pops up.
Oh, bummer. Okay, understood. Heyo! Man, I'm hot tonight.
You're hot every
Yeah,
night.
buddy, can you
Ooh.
give me some of that? Can you just rub rub your camera? Give me some of the good luck, please.
Bill, it's 3. I will. Rub. Bill, it's 3 XP for a talent, right?
Yes.
I know I already asked you that.
First
For
rank,
me.
yes.
All right. Cool. All right,
Alright.
let's add a new talent here.
Josh, I'm cooking. I have to roll 2d6 with my cooking pot to see how many units of food I can cook. And it
Okay.
actually matters this time because I have 7 units. I can cook 4 of them. So I do that. And I make 5. So I'm bringing
Okay.
me to a d12. What's everyone else's food sitch like?
Looking here.
You got d8?
I'm at a D6.
Grunrock?
D8.
All right. Then Ralgar gets 2.
Ooh, thank you.
And then Velas and Runrock get 1. And that should bring both of y'all, all 3 of y'all, to a D10.
Indeed, I am at a D10.
Nice.
Sweet.
Can confirm.
And I have still 3 units of food left that I have to, I guess, cook in the morning or it'll go bad.
Yeah, it stays good for a day from when you got it.
Yeah.
And then it has to be cooked or it spoils. You can also
So if I cook it,
you can also just eat a unit of food to like fish or meat or something to skip your roll for the day,
right.
which is not as
Yeah,
efficient,
but-
but it's something if you're afraid of it going bad and not having time to cook it.
Right?
I can. I want to pull all of our party aside a little bit away from the dwarf, and just address everyone and go, look. I'm pretty sure that I can get this guy's balloon fixed really quickly tomorrow. Do we want me to fix it first thing in the morning, or do we want to do some other stuff while we've got a camp and we're all set up, and I'll fix it in the afternoon for him? I don't know. What do you think?
I say we just fix it first thing. Get him on the road, so to speak, and we can get our crossbow and head to the nearest place and try and sell some of this stuff. Maybe find you a new weapon that you're looking for.
Oh, yeah, the magic hammer with the princess. We probably don't have time for that.
Yeah, I would still fix it in the morning, though.
Okay, I will.
Keep in mind, he also said that you'll have to find a clear launching ground, and you're in the middle of a thick forest right now.
We just gotta get him to that
chopping
lake.
down trees.
There was like there was a whole cliffside not too far from here we can just take him to.
Yeah, let's just throw him off the cliff.
Live by the lake. Okay.
I mean, candidly, that's not a bad idea.
He's sitting on the donkey by your campfire and trying to sleep on the back of the donkey, and then climbing over it, like kicking it over to a tree and climbing onto a low tree limb, stretching out. He's using ropes to tie himself to the tree to sleep. He's grunting and groaning a lot because it's very uncomfortable.
Oh my goodness.
Why don't you just sleep in your new basket?
Probably
Well,
can't
it's
climb up
being
there
worked
very
on.
well.
He's like, if you'll haul it up on that branch with me, I'll sleep in it. That would be lovely, thank you.
Can I volunteer to do that? Just ride the donkey over there, man.
Well, I can't
Why would
lift
I-
it on my own. Not with my leg being what it is.
Why can't
Somebody
the
help me
basket
hoist
be on
it.
the ground? Why?
I help him just set it up so we can go to bed and we can all sleep. I'm not worried about the technicalities.
You play that fancy guitar over there?
I do sometimes. Are you looking to have some lullabies sung to you?
What brings a minstrel hunter out into the middle of a dark forest?
Well, it would either be to play music for some local nymphs or hunt some deer. Those are my 2 options with my equipment here.
What's this group? Be honest with me. Are you a bunch of bandits? Marauders?
If you're bandits, don't you think we would have taken those crossbows by force at this point?
I'd guess you are a traveling band, but... And then he looks at
Okay.
Rock across the...
Okay. Right, it's time that we stop. Oh, God. I kick Grunrock. We're going to stop answering your questions with questions. We're going to be honest. Valas is a long-lost princess of the elves, and we are trying to get her back to her family where she was taken from when she was a young pup. That's it.
You're
Well,
trying
that
to
really
find
wasn't
the
that hard to
elves.
say. No, not the elves. They kidnapped her. We're trying to find her family that is no longer a part of the elves because they're scared of the mist thingy or whatever that is. She's a princess. She was stolen from her family when she was a pup, and we are taking her back to her family. Grunrock, why are you laughing? I told you it's not that funny. I mean, it is kind of funny, but it's not that funny.
Does anyone here speak dog? I need an
she does.
interpreter.
The short of it is we are on an
just
adventure
wagging
with just a band of misfits. We're not bandits. We are simply just wandering around. We've come across some treasure. We're trying to sell it. You know what? One day if we can have our own, like, little stronghold of, you know, ne'er-do-wells and misfits, that would be great. But for now, we're apparently helping flying dwarves not touch the ground and get up in the air.
And
I
we're
see.
getting the princess back to her family.
Well, I appreciate your candor. And I appreciate you fixing my balloon. You're only a few days' march from Stone Garden. And while visitors are not welcome in all parts of the city, they are generally friendly to the few outsiders that do make their way that far north. And they have a huge marketplace there. They're not particularly interested in whatever bounties you have following you. And they'd be willing to trade with you, give you advice. And if it's a stronghold you look to build, dwarves are expert craftsmen. I'll never set foot in the city again. I'm clanless now. He turns and shows you the back of his shoulder, and he has a brand on the back of his shoulder of some strange dwarven rune that looks like an old burned-in scar. And he's like, I forsook my clan, and I can never go back. They wouldn't even let me set foot in the common areas of the city. But you, they'd welcome you with open arms. Probably even pay you for rumors of the outside world.
Oh, well,
And
we're
you said
good at
it's-
rumors.
You said it's to the north?
Oh, it's in the, let's see. He says it's about 3 days' march to the north, cross a river, and that, he knows about where you are because he's been floating in the sky. He says, you're right in the heart of the Dankwood here. If you travel north, there's a branching river, and you cross one, you make your way up to the Icefang Mountains, and there lies the ancient fortress city of Stone Garden. Also one of the most beautiful sights in all the Ravenlands.
Is there a bridge
A bridge?
to cross
Across the river.
river?
Oh, let's see. I think there's a village not too far north of here. It was called, let's see. Spirit Ford. That's the one. Yeah. It's got a little river crossing. It's been many years since I was there, but it's a pleasant little village. Maybe 50 inhabitants. They might charge a small toll to cross the river, and that's all.
Hey, it's a place to cross the river. Thanks for, you know, the advice and the directions.
And thank you as well. Heading to bed now?
Yeah.
Alright. Sleep. Kick it on to nighttime. I have another guess at the issue that might be happening with the streaming, by the way. We can talk about it after.
Can't sleep, Dahlia.
How could I in this terrible forest? How many bad
done
things
it
have happened
many
to us
nights
out
before.
here now?
Close your eyes and lay down in the dirt. That's what I do.
Well, I'm not exactly as fond of sleeping in dirt as you are, Grunralk. I wish I could be that comfortable.
I'll give you my bedroll if you want.
She turns and looks at your bedroll. It's like 4 feet long and super covered in mud. She's like, That's very nice. I think I'll stay away for a little while.
Well, I'm keeping watch. If you want to keep me company, you're welcome to. If you want to sit by the fire, that's fine too.
Sure,
And I'll
why
kind of
not? I'm bored.
trudge to
I could be
the
a bit sleepy tomorrow.
edge of the camp setup. Take a seat.
There's no helping available for keep watch, because if you have one person looking, then having two people looking isn't going to make much of a difference. And she
Right.
doesn't have the night vision either, but she'll keep you company throughout the night. And let's roll and see if there's any encounters. Nope. Night passes uneventfully, and we're on to morning rolls for food and water.
No. Can't make me.
Are we still on a water tile?
Oh, yeah. Don't worry about water. Sorry.
Okay.
I always forget. Yeah.
I'm cooking the last of that food before it goes bad.
I realized on the stream front that when I switched streaming software a couple of weeks ago, that the bitrate is set higher than recommended. So I might be throttling my upload. That could be what's causing some of these drops. But I'm not sure. Gives me something else to test next time. It's set like significantly higher than what the recommendations are. Okay, so it is morning. Fix the... Come on, Sirenscape. There we go. By the way, our audio is brought to you by Sirenscape. They're great. Check them out. Go to their website. Grunrock sounds lovely. Grunrock is lovely.
The voice of an angel.
Okay, so we wake the next day. There's nothing to see. Grunrock, you were with Dahlia all night, so if there's anything you want to have discussed with her, you can. She expresses loneliness at having been away from home so long, but feels that home no longer is home, and so what would be the use in going back? Do you ever feel that way, Grunrock?
More than you understand. I don't know if I'll ever go back to the Shroud. Not quite sure there's much of it left, honestly.
Maybe someday. I'll go with you. We'll go see it together. If
do
you
that.
want to.
I mean, scorched earth and goblin blood isn't exactly a fun vacation, but
That's how I feel about my home. Except, only some boats were scorched. Technically.
I vote we try to build one. We've got all this stuff. Maybe somebody will pay us decent money for it.
Build a boat?
No, a house.
Oh,
Why not?
a place to live? Like permanently?
Yeah, we got a maid with no mistress. No offense. A runaway elf, whatever she is. A wolf guy with no pack and an obsession with dead people's hands. And lonely musician. Might as well all live together, right? Oh yeah, and a ticking time bomb and a halfway there goblin.
I think you're more than halfway there, Grunrock. And to be honest, having a place to rest our feet and not be traveling all the time sounds lovely. And to store our things. She picks up her backpack full of pots and pans that she's still been carrying all the way from the hollows and then drops it with a loud, like, clang. She's like, bit tired of these.
Yeah, you and Sir Archibald Truffles both need a rest, I think.
She says, that's all right. we will forge ahead, and we'll all have our day to rest sooner or later.
Can I borrow one of those pots?
Of course.
Cool. I'm gonna pick it up in a stick and just start marching through camp, banging them together.
Bang,
Morning time! Wake up! Wake up! Wake up!
Ow.
I took my headphones off and it just continued from inside the bedroom.
Beautiful. All right. So now it is morning time. What's everybody doing?
I'm cooking.
I'm crafting.
Trying to learn a talent.
So we're having another camp out chunk. What's Ralgar doing? Crafting?
Crafting.
Okay. The last learned a talent.
I'm a tanner now, bitches.
No encounter.
You forgot to roll that extra dice because Gronrock's helping you.
Oh, is he?
He's been helping you. I just assumed he still was.
If he says he
okay,
is, then
we'll
he
see.
is. Go ahead and roll just a d6/R 1d6.
Oh, you know what?
Nope. All
I
right,
shouldn't have even.
So, here's what's happening. You're trying to spread out the canopy of the balloon to patch and sew the holes torn in it, and you can't quite get enough space because you're in a forest. And at some point you try to move it and it snags on a tree branch and tears a little more. And he's like, oh, it's going to be so weakened in so many places. We got to patch that, you got to fix that, and you got to not do that again. Or else I'll hardly have scraps left. It has
Got
taken
my
one
tail.
damage.
My ears are down. My tail's between my legs. I'm just like,
You've gotten so close.
know.
I believe you can do this.
oh, no one ever says they believe I can do things. Wow. Hey, I have a question for you, Mr. Dwarf Man. Do you ever miss your pack? You said you don't have a pack anymore, right?
No, I don't have a pack anymore.
Do you ever get lonely?
Of course I get lonely.
Are you just going to be alone for the rest of your life?
That's enough talking! And he turns around and in his little basket and almost falls out and has to grab onto something. He's now sitting in his basket with his back turned to you. And you're going to need a manipulation roll to get him to talk about this topic. But you get the distinct feeling that you've hit a nerve.
I'm not going to talk about it yet because I've still got more time with him, but I'm just going to kind of turn back to my work and just under my breath, so we can hear it, just go, I lost my whole pack too, but at least yours are still alive.
Manipulation roll. That's a success. With his head down and without turning around to look at you, he's still sitting in the basket with his back to you, and he says, shows what you know. I lost my pack. And I'm not talking about my clan.
What happened to them?
We were underground, walking through one of the old tunnels. A holy place, full of monuments and history. And I was teaching my little one about the past of our people and how we built up the very mountains themselves for others to walk on. And I was side by side, hand in hand with my mate. And suddenly and for no reason, the tunnel collapsed, burying them both and spared me. I was forsaken by Huge himself, and I'll never again set foot in his realm. I don't know why he hates me, And I don't know why he chose me for such suffering and despair, but I'll never go back. I'll never even set foot on the ground. The soil beneath my feet is cursed, soaked in their blood. I take to the skies like a bird now. The earth beneath my feet is a dark and terrible place, and I spit upon it. He spits on the ground.
I walk over and I put one paw on his shoulder, but I kind of press down a little bit, like, you're not getting away from this. We're about to have a moment, you and me. He can't squirm away. And I just say to him, I understand better than you think I might. And I also understand now why you would never want to touch the ground again. That pain may never go away. But if I've learned anything in my long life, it's that we can bring death to even the gods. And then I just go back to working on his working on his thing.
He's just wide-eyed and he looks at you while you walk away.
Just wagging my tail a little bit as I walk.
He's looking at you like he thinks you're insane, but he's still locked on and intrigued. He's a little bit too dumbfounded to inquire further at this moment.
Grunrock, you get 2 units of food. Bralgar and Velas, 1. That should bring all of us to a D12.
Cool.
Dang, look at that.
Were there other actions in the morning time, or are we on to daytime?
I think we're on a daytime.
Okay. Everybody place yourselves, and you can start making die rolls and stuff. I'm going to run to the restroom real quick. I'll just be back in like a minute. Be right back.
I will assist you, Adam, if you are making another attempt.
Absolutely. All right.
I'm going to try and turn some pelts into leather, ladies and gentlemen. It takes a crafting roll, of which I roll 4 dice.
Hey,
Okay.
I'm either about to ruin some pelts, or we going to have some leather.
How much XP did you have left, Amy?
3.
Okay. I was gonna ask if the next level in Tanner gave you a bonus.
Nope, I can just, I can make leather armor with an armor rating that is 1 point higher than normal for the next level.
I wonder if there's a thing for crafting that, for like, in general, lets all crafting rolls.
Success! We got some! Woo! Now I need to read this.
Oh, you need to roll a d6 to see how many you do.
I know. It's my next thing. It's my next thing. I can turn D6 units of pelts into leather. So I wanted to see if I succeeded first. /R for D6. 2 of them. How many pelts were there?
3.
So do I have to do it again on the next quarter day?
If you decided to.
Okay. So turn 2 of those pelts into 2 leathers.
Alright.
I'm a master tanner now. Game master.
He doesn't. Did he hear you?
Muted. Yeah, he heard me.
I was muted, sorry. Cool. Thanks. So catch me up. Did we make any die rolls? Are people decided on what they're doing?
Amy
I'm
did.
about to craft.
All right.
Amy did a crafting roll,
Yes, you did.
and then she rolled a d6 she succeeded on the crafting roll, and she rolled a d6 and turned 2 units of pelts into leather.
I guess the girls are on keep watch duty.
Yeah. I'm sure Lynn wants to learn more with swords, but I gotta make sure these animal pelts don't get wasted.
Okay. All right.
Woof.
I think that destroys them, right?
I've wasted all my successes.
Is that with the extra one with Grunrock helping you?
Yeah,
He added it
I
as
threw
a
that on a
gear.
gear dice.
Yep, one corner of the balloon fabric, when you spread it out in a clearing, touches the edge of your fire and starts smoking, and the embers are spreading under it, and by the time you realized it, some more holes have been burned in it, and now there are chunks missing, and you will need fabric to repair it, which will require reaching a settlement where you can purchase some.
Can we use leather?
Too heavy. I guess
Can
you could
we
use
use
a...
pelts?
Yeah, if you want to use a unit of leather to be able to make an additional crafting roll, that's fine. Just for patching. Right, so that's daytime.
Well, I still have to... I'm going to try hunting again.
Okay, go for it.
I'm going to push my luck.
As I am trying to put the fire out, I let out just a frustrated like little barky yip, like ruff, stupid. I am better at crafting than this. I am distracted by you now, dwarf.
I succeeded on my survival.
Okay.
Back another deer.
Hey!
Oh!
Today
Make a marksmanship
is
roll.
the day.
He's getting another deer. After like 10
Right.
sessions of hunting being terrible, you're going to get 10 units of food in 2 nights.
Okay, make sure I roll all of my dice this time.
Three successes.
That's a deer. You got another
Woo!
one.
Yes.
That's 5 more food and 3 more pelts.
Daggum.
Beautiful.
The bard with a short bow, though.
Right?
I'm glad hunting is good.
I'm glad it's working out this time, rather than, another bear.
It's been so bad. There was the bear incident. There was the mice, like 2 in a row.
Multiple
there was
mice.
Just a
Yeah.
bunch of random mishaps. Yeah. Okay, cool. Sweet. What other daytime rolls? Was that everybody? Are we missing anybody?
I think that was everyone.
There's no encounters, so we can kick on to evening.
Hey, Ralgar, I think I made leather successfully.
Oh, wow! Look at
Do you want
that.
to try and use it to patch some of those holes?
Sure.
No.
We have knives.
We have so many knives. I
I'm
have
just
so many
frustrated. Okay, I need you to poke holes on it down the side, like here, like this.
knives. No. I've got other stuff I've got to do. But
Oh,
you know what?
you were
Run
not
wrong.
coming here to help me.
No, I was coming to give you supplies. I'm
I
helping
see.
with, physical items.
Okay,
not
thank you.
Time and energy. Cool, thanks.
Pass it here, big guy. Where do you want me to cut it?
Oh wait, no, it's evening. You gotta go to sleep. You know what?
I'll be all right. Don't worry about it. Dahlia and I'll just talk tonight. Give me the leather.
Oh, okay. Here, take it. Hold it like this, and try to stretch it. This is the hardest part. Is we have to stretch it further. Whoa. Okay, yeah, this will work. All right, let's get to it.
All right.
Oh my goodness.
No failures. Well, I also didn't have failures at other times.
It is a failure.
Yeah, it's all failure.
That was
Can
on
you just
crafting
keep
on
using
the
pieces
version.
of leather?
That will destroy a unit of leather, and he'll have to make another crafting roll in another quarter day.
Okay. I'll give him another piece of leather later. I'm gonna use my evening to try and make more leather.
Okay.
Huzzah!
Beautiful.
There's only one pelt available. Just need to roll a d6.
There's 4.
No, there's 4
You just
pelts
killed it.
available.
Oh, I lied. He just killed another one.
Yeah.
Never
But
mind.
it is nighttime.
full on dice of food.
Mm-hmm.
But I just made 6 units of food.
Well,
Is there a way for me to just like put this in my inventory?
let's see how food works.
I got this one, big guy. Food is something super tasty, and you eat it
Not
a lot.
always.
And if you are like Hank and I, you just eat so much pizza. So much. We've literally eaten so much Papa John's pizza.
I think if you go beyond D12, it's just wasted. There's nothing. If there's nowhere for you to, no one for you to give it to, then it goes away.
You give it to Dahlia and Lynn.
Then can I just say that
Yeah,
like
sure.
I give them dice of food,
Yep.
and we don't have to worry
That's
about them
fine.
for a good bit? Because like it was gonna spoil the next day anyways, so
Yep, that's fine.
we need a granary, y'all.
Guys, we
So
need strongholds.
I have messed up twice now on my crafting levels.
Mm-hmm.
Keep trying, big
Well,
guy.
We got 5
I-
more units of leather for you to try.
I will keep trying, but I do not think I will succeed until I say my piece. I turn to the dwarf in this thing and I say, okay, listen. I have kept this to myself since this morning, but I do not know why you have forsaken the ground. I understand that you lost your mate. I understand that you lost your child. I understand that Huge took them from you. Almost as if Huge was sending you a message saying you should not set feet on the ground anymore.
Thank
Why
you for
would
the
you
reminder.
listen to...
What's your point?
Why would you not forsake a god that has taken so much from you? Why do you not put your feet on the ground and shove it in his face? Is this what your partner, your mate, is this what your child would have wanted for you? No, I do not understand you.
Clearly. He turns his back on you in the basket.
I think you should put your feet on the ground.
Why?
Because you need to claim back that which was taken from you.
You spoke of slaying the gods. I believe you are mad. I should not listen to your advice. Stick to crafting.
Do not make me any more angry than I am.
Or you'll what? And he stands up in his basket and grabs his crossbow.
Oh, you need a crossbow? Why don't you come over here and tell me that to my face?
Not necessary. If you care so much about the ground, I'll introduce your face to it.
Turn to Veloz and I'm like, I feel like I've missed something while I've been hunting. What's going on?
I've
This guy's
had
meant to
like
have
my
fear of
face
Jesus
in
put
leather. Talia?
The dwarf lost his family, and so he doesn't want to stand on dirt, and Ralgar wants him to stand on dirt, so they're gonna kill each other.
I think we should throw dirt on the dwarf.
I
I
don't
feel
think
like we
that's-
shouldn't. I feel like we should respect people's traditions and wants and desires and not force them to do things they don't want to. I mean, let's
Also-
face it, we've known this guy for like 3 days.
Lane
Like,
in the background is like, "Oh, you didn't force me to eat that honey flesh like it wasn't
Shut up,
anything."
Lynn!
all right, Lynn, you're literally a ticking time bomb. I don't want to hear another fireball come out of your mouth.
Why do you keep calling the child a bomb? What's inside her?
About it.
It's a metaphor.
Let's let everyone worry about their own self and chill out.
What on earth is a metaphor?
It's something you eat. I'll have one for breakfast for you tomorrow. Now, can we all just go to bed and try and fix this daggum thing tomorrow?
What kind of dwarf is he? Why is he asking us what metal's for?
Oh, I'll tell you what kind of dwarf he is. He's the kind of dwarf that gives up
Ralgar.
on the very thing that
Ralgar.
his family
Ralgar.
loved.
Just
Ragnar.
go to bed.
Come over here.
He points the crossbow at your face and he says, "Say one more word about my family."
Ralgar, come.
Oh, I really want to use some necromancy right now.
Ralgar,
Don't make
This
me
is-
spend the XP, Ralgar, because I will fucking do it. Come.
Oh man.
Lynn's standing there going, no one should ever use necromancy. Don't do it.
Oh, fine. I'll back down.
Dahlia's going, that's a good idea. You just have a seat right here, and you have
I
a
thought
seat
she
right
was-
here.
I thought-
Everybody's happy.
I thought
Yeah.
Dahlia was about to go, that's a good boy. Come here, Ralgar.
That's basically
No,
what she
it's
said.
fine. You guys are right. He can find someone else to fix his balloon.
Ralgar.
Wait. What? Are you walking away from the job in the final hour because you can't do it?
Yeah. Good night.
Tabling this until the morning. Go to
Fuming.
sleep.
After all this wasted time, I could have been climbing across treetops and been a mile north of here by now.
Oh, nope. I'm not.
buddy,
no, I'm
just
not saying
go to sleep. Everyone, go to sleep.
I was about to ask what the point of me keeping watch is if you're all just gonna sit here and stare at each other.
That's what I'm saying.
All right, nighttime. Place yourselves where you want to be. No encounter. Relgar?
Yay.
Relgar's gonna wander off and explore.
Ralgar can't sleep right now. He's just too. He's too amped up. He wants to. He wants to go somewhere that is. I actually have questions about this. Okay, I want to get somewhere that I'm far enough away from the group to not be in near distance to them.
Mm-hmm. That's fine. I'm just gonna make a separate encounter roll for you, and you can be elsewhere in the same hex. The explorer action is normally where you put yourself when you're going into a dungeon or a village or something. But
Should I just be other? I'll be other.
you can do explorer. It's fine. I'm just gonna say that you're elsewhere in the hex. You wander off, and you describe to me what you do, and I will
Yeah.
roll to see if you encounter anything in the dark.
So I want to wander far enough away to perform a ritual. The ritual I want to perform is a rank 3 death magic ritual called Steal Life.
Okay.
And this is a ritual in which I can suck the life from living plants and other animals around me. I gain a number of willpower points equal to twice the power level that I put into the spell. The ritual can only be used in an environment where there is vegetation, cannot be used indoors. And when I perform the ritual, all animals and plants within near in the same zone as me die. This also applies to humans and other kin. So that's what I would like to do.
Gnarly.
Yeah,
Alright.
I'm
this
powering up.
works,
He
I
is,
have night vision. Let me know what I see.
no, he went out of your. He went
Oh,
wandering off into the
he's like,
forest.
I can't see any light
Yeah.
or anything. Wild.
He's
Okay,
elsewhere
sick.
in the hex, and the hexes are like 6 miles across. So he just goes wandering into the forest until he's well out of earshot of the camp, and then, well, at least out of sight. He's probably a mile or two away. If something really loud happens, you can hear it. But, yeah. So let's see. This is.
I feel like this would be a wild thing to see in like a really dense forest.
Yeah.
The best thing about seeing someone do this is that you immediately die.
I mean, we only have to be near you. We can be within short range.
Yeah. Near means anybody that could get to you for a melee attack within a single round. So it's like the size of a clearing or a. It's like.
Yeah, I'm not killing the whole forest here,
Oh, yeah.
but I am.
All right.
In a dense woods like this, it's a significant patch.
Yeah, it's still like a couple trees are gonna die.
Ritual rank 3, range near, duration immediate, ingredient, a living animal. So you could get a +1 on the die roll if you do a living animal. You're just gonna do it as.
I don't have one. I tried to catch one when we were back in that mine all that time ago.
Ah, I see.
In those caves.
It says it's marked as a ritual. Let's check what that does. So ritual specifies.
Are you talking about the small, like, person?
Yeah, those ones.
Rituals are
How are you
spells that
gonna-
are too complicated to be cast in combat as they require too much time and preparation. A typical ritual takes a quarter day to perform. Rituals often have other prerequisites, such as ingredients that must be used to perform the ritual. You actually need a living animal.
Oh. Can I try to hunt for one?
That's a very bad idea.
No, that's a terrible idea.
Let's see.
Yep.
His survival's solid.
Are there some rituals that say that they require... Hold on.
I don't know. Because I know it's listed as ingredient the same way it's listed on all my other spells, so I didn't read the thing about the ritual.
Ingredients normally increase the power level by 1, but the power level doesn't matter on this, right? So that's probably why.
It does because I get double the willpower of the power level of the spell.
Okay, go ahead and do it without.
Okay. So I'm going to use my 4 willpower to cast this at power level 4.
Okay.
And then I'm just doing a magic roll for mishaps, basically, right?
Yeah, well, if you roll any 6s, it increases the power level further.
Yeah.
If you roll any 1s, then there will be some sort of uncontrolled magic effect that's random. But otherwise, the spell will just automatically do what it says.
All right, so what am I rolling here? It's been that long since I've cast a spell. It's been like 8
4d6.
sessions.
Whatever the power level is, which is how many willpower you're putting into it, you roll that many d6s.
All right.
So roll 4 d6s, and if there's any number of 1s, there's a miscast, and if there's any number of 6s, it increases the power level further.
Cool. There's a 1.
And a 6.
And there's a 6.
And a 6.
This is cast at power level 5 instead of 4.
Cool.
What does it say? You gain willpower equal to twice the power level?
Yeah.
You're at max willpower
You
because
just
it caps at
cap
10.
willpower.
Yeah, because 10 willpower is the most you can have. Okay. You just begin to channel, and the grass beneath your feet and the limbs above you start to crack and wither. It's just raining on you.
Yeah. I'm
Withered
rolling on my
leaves.
back in the grass. I've got my paws in the air.
There's dead leaves and bits and pieces of crumbling branches falling all over you until you're covered. You're getting hit with acorns and things off of trees, pine cones falling down, and the trees around you are cracking and withering, and they're getting narrower and more gnarled, and they're tipping over and cracking and falling one by one. Grunrock, you can make a scouting roll to see if you hear way off in the distance just like trees falling. You occasionally hear a little high-pitched as a squirrel hits the ground next to you. There are worms crawling up out of the ground at your feet, crawling across the ground and then just shriveling up. And the foliage opens up, revealing a nearly full moon and way more starlight than you've seen in a long time while traveling through the forest, because all of the branches and leaves are just crumbling and falling around you in an area maybe 100 feet across. The trees are cracking and limbs are falling and things are tipping over, and you're left looking at a mostly open sky, and something is going to happen. Can you give me a 2d6 roll for your miscast? And don't roll a double 6 because it's instant.
No, I'm well aware. I'm well aware. It's not death.
It is.
It is death.
It's getting sucked through a portal into another dimension, and you can no longer play that character. It's not death.
Uh-huh.
That's basically death.
Well, it wasn't a 66.
All right.
You remember last time I did this and I rolled a 65?
Vaguely.
Yeah.
Magic mishaps.
Yes, because it scared the hell out
42.
of me.
The spell also affects a friend or other unintended victim.
Thankfully, we're not near.
You gotta do it, Josh. Full send it.
No, we're not even close. There's no way.
Well, but Ralgar succeeded on a scouting. Not Ralgar.
Grunrock.
I did succeed on a scouting
The thing, just thematically, for why Ralgar is doing this right now, is that he is so mad at this dwarf because this dwarf has abandoned everything his family stood for, and when he lost his family, the dwarf just walked away from everything instead of doubling down on family. And Ralgar cannot fathom that. He is just this entire ritual is fueled with anger at that dwarf.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
If it says the spell affects an ally or something, in normal cases, like if he was casting like a healing spell, wouldn't that also heal an ally? So would he not get, like, if this is going to affect someone, would they not get also 10 willpower?
This specifically says a healing or helping spell will affect an enemy instead of an ally.
Okay, so
But
it
since
does.
This is
This is a buff spell. It's buffing me.
It's buff. That's why I was wondering, like, what would happen, because it's like the effect of the spell.
interpretation here.
Yeah, the question is, I just want to know
I'm
what you do with it.
I have a
What are
couple
you
of
gonna do with it?
ideas. Try to decide which one to go with.
You should share your thoughts out loud.
Full send. Or
Back
start
in
sharing.
camp,
Either one.
you're awakened by a guttural cry from the direction of the balloon basket hanging about 10 feet off of the ground.
We're awakened by it.
Mm-hmm.
I'll-
What's happening?
I go over and check on him.
What? I'm gonna summon the,
The dwarf
dagger.
is standing
looking
up.
all around.
In his basket, and he's looking around at the ground, and he's clutching his chest, and he's reaching out with one hand, and he's looking at his hand, and his fingertips are crumbling away into black dust.
Urgella, fix him!
The second I see that, I would use my Path of the Hymn to try and heal him.
Oh, there's a foul curse on me!
Nothing happened. No one came. Nothing happened.
What's happening? Why is this happening?
I spend a willpower. I only have one left, but
Okay.
it'll...
In the distance, you hear.
I'm gonna take off running in the direction of the howl because I don't know where Ralgar is, and if this guy's crumbling to dust, I don't know
Velas
what's
crumbles
going on
off
with
in,
Ralgar.
Crumbles
runs
off.
off into
Foreshadowing.
Velas runs off into the forest and disappears into the darkness. And
I don't know what to do. Do I follow her?
you don't have to spend your willpower because by the time you get a couple of notes into the song, he falls forwards flat on his face in his basket and just crumbles to dust.
This guy just got Thanos'd.
We've got so much loot.
Yeah, but Vergello's upset by this. I'm just gonna be like, oh,
Oh, right, for sure. I'm just thinking about all of this that's worth a gold or more.
Grunrock is going to run off towards the river.
Josh, I feel like my song just completely failed. Like my dark secret is like really affecting. Like none of this just worked.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm just gonna collapse on the ground.
Okay.
I don't know if this would matter. I don't know if my pride being what it is would cause me to have like a freak out on this or not.
Your pride?
Not my dark secret, my pride.
Is your pride the same one you started with?
Yes. It's I am the eyes of the night, keeping watch, and something happened and I have no idea how it happened.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if that would matter. Just
Okay.
pointing it out.
Okay. Okay. One thing at a time here. Vergello started trying to play music and watched somebody crumble to dust in front of him and falls to his knees, looking rather upset. Grunralk is looking around extremely paranoid, and he is scouting the perimeter of the camp looking for any sign of what's happening or what could have been attacking, because he cannot figure out how to secure the camp because he doesn't know where this threat is coming from. Lynn wakes up screaming and runs over to the dwarf's basket and is screaming at the top of her lungs about foul sorcery. And she is clearly very upset. And her eyes are smoldering. There's sparks coming off of her. Dahlia just wakes up looking around from person to person. Overwhelmed and confused. Unable to decide what to do. Ralgar, you complete your ritual. You're standing, panting, in the middle of your little forest clearing. And you can see you just have bright moonlight shining on you. It is eerily silent because the insects around you, everything around you, has just been silenced. So you're in a completely silent clearing, staring up at the moonlight, and you regain your composure. Velas, you've been sprinting in the direction of the howling.
Yeah, and I'm yelling too. Ralgar!
Ralgar, you hear that.
I've got like my dagger out. I'm just, where are you? Ralgar!
You would probably assume that she is concerned with the sounds of the falling trees and the crackling forest and stuff.
Wrapping up my ritual, I just say, your sacrifice will not be in vain. Thank you for the energy. And I just start like bounding on all fours towards where I hear Velas yelling.
Okay. Velas, somewhere in the deep, thick forest, you're going to see Ralgar come running up in the dark. At least you assume it's him and not a wolf.
It is a wolf.
It is a wolf. I will like lunge for a tackle, I guess, not knowing if it's a wolf or if it's Ralgar. And if it's a wolf, like tackle, like try and like hit with a dagger and keep going. If it's Ralgar, then I've just tackled him to the ground.
If it is me, can we do one of those like tumble rolls?
Uh-huh. You do a tumble roll. Do you land with it just licking your face?
Velas, why are you awake? What happened?
What? Are you okay? Are you okay?
Oh, I am better than ever. But why are you here?
Because the dwarf was crumbling to dust. Are you okay? What's going on?
Uh-oh. Show me.
What is uh-oh, Ralgar?
Well, you see,
Tell me what's going on.
I don't know until I see him. Show me him.
No, tell me what's going on. He just crumbled to dust and you're saying, uh-oh, what is going on, Ralgar?
I did some magic.
Did it backfire? Are you okay? And I'm just going to start, like, lifting his arms and his tail.
I'm fine. I'm perfect. But, I might have been a little bit mad at the dwarf guy when I did it. And I don't know for sure that it's my fault. But yeah, I might have done this. But I didn't mean to.
Did anything else crumble to dust when you were doing the magic?
Oh yeah, that's the whole spell. It's really cool. Do you want to see? I mean, I'm not going to like do it to you. I mean, do you want to see what all turned into dust?
Yes, actually.
Yeah, come see. And I walk her back over. I walk you back over towards where I did it. I go, all of that energy is in me now. My master taught me this spell. Isn't it cool?
What have you done?
Well, I asked it for his life, and it gave its life to me.
By choice or by command? What have you done to the forest, Ralgar?
Oh, not the whole forest, just this spot. I only needed a little bit. You said you didn't like this forest anyways. We've been stuck in here for days, weeks.
We have no idea what that nobleman did to be murdered by an int, and you have reduced the circle and a dwarf to ash, and you don't see anything wrong with that, Ralgar. You're usually the voice of reason.
Whoa! I am?
At least the voice of positivity.
Okay, you're right. I can think of 2 positives here. One is that we get to keep all of the dwarf stuff. And 2 is that I've learned a very important and valuable lesson.
Jeez.
Don't do this in a forest again.
Maybe have some soul searching tonight and think about whether or not to do this ever again. Ralgar, you stole life. There are dead animals. The trees that have stood here for centuries are dead. Do you understand the weight of that? I know that you're thinking this is a small forest, but if you had done that anywhere near camp, we could all be dead. Do you understand
Believe
the
me.
gravity of this situation?
Oh, I understand. I know exactly what I did. I told you I would never put you in danger, and I still haven't, and I will not. But sometimes I must do the things I need to do to continue protecting this pack as we move forward.
I hear what you're saying, but you didn't intend to murder the dwarf either, and he's crumbled to dust and probably blowing away right now because you are angry. How does this make you different from Lynn?
Okay, no, yeah, you're right. But to be fair, that was like a 1 in, like, I don't know the exact odds, like 66 chance that he would die.
You need to think about what you want to tell the others, Ralgar. Because I can't see Vergello just being okay with this. And Lynn sure as hell won't be. So you need to
We can
consider...
pretend we don't know.
You don't know. I will back your story, Ralgar. But you need to really think next time about whether or not this is worth it. Let's go.
Okay, I will. Let's go.
You walk back into camp. Everyone's awake. Everyone's looking around, kind of paranoid. Brynrock probably approaches you first because he's scouting and he's paranoid.
What happened? Are you okay? Are you hurt?
Okay, we're okay. There was nothing out there. It's okay. We're okay.
I don't know if your mic was working.
We could hear
heard
her
it.
over yours.
Did you kill him? Did you kill it? What was it? I couldn't see it. I couldn't see it.
Lynn is going, Ralgar, something terrible happened. I think there's a dark sorcerer or something. Somebody put a curse on Andred, and look,
what happened?
She's just got dust in her hands.
What is that?
He
As far
That's
as
him?
As far
It
as we know,
was.
he could have been cursed by his old tribe. Did he touch the earth? Maybe the god forsaken.
He was sleeping.
Did anyone see?
Huge. I don't think you should put your hands in him.
She shakes him off. She looks a little
She
stunned.
shakes him up.
She takes a couple of steps back and looks. She says, we have to get out of here, right? We have to leave. This could happen to us. There's something around. There's something here. Something happened. He didn't touch the ground. I saw him. But look, his basket is up off the ground. He was asking us for help.
We should leave. I agree. We don't know what might happen next.
The middle of the night.
What if it happens to somebody else? We gotta move. This place might be bad, right?
Maybe. Let's get all the loot we can get and shift camps and sleep in the morning. And I'm gonna go over to the basket and just start looting the corpse.
Yeah, there's 3 crossbows in there. A bunch of trail rations, but you guys are maxed on food already. See what else he had.
Does anyone have the inventory for Sir Archibald Truffles?
I mean, I have him in my inventory.
I think he just had the field kitchen on his back, didn't he?
We'll just keep in mind that he also
Yeah,
has
he carries the
3
field kitchen and the fishing net
and 3 crossbows.
and 3 crossbows.
Does
He
Andrew
has-
count as a monster?
Huh?
Only emotionally.
He has 3.
You might be one.
He has 3 light crossbows, a D12 worth of ammo for them. He has a battle axe in the basket, just a finely crafted steel battle axe, and 2 pieces of treasure that he hasn't told anybody about, which I'm going to randomly generate. 1 valuable and 1 simple item.
Ralgar, put the battle axe in your inventory.
Yeah, we'll do.
I just went ahead and wrote down the light crossbow and full ammo for crossbows.
Okay. I'll put the treasure
Since-
in my inventory.
Okay, that's fine. I just figured like that's the stuff that's going to go on Sir Archibald.
Oh, I already
Sorry.
rolled one of these. Last time he had money, so he has 7 silver pieces in a pouch, and 1 additional valuable find. Which I'll roll now. Ooh, that's a high roll.
That's a high roll.
Oh,
Give it to me.
oh my, that's gonna be cool. Please hold.
It's
Oh,
a
I
deed
wanna
for a
know.
stronghold.
He's got a
Yeah.
he's got a weapon, and it's a more valuable than usual version of the weapon, and it's different from the battle axe. Something else.
I hope it's a +1 bow.
I hope it's a hammer. Because I took the hammer talent.
Did you?
Why did you take the hammer talent? You don't have a hammer.
Because it gives +1 to all blunt, and I'm using a staff right now.
Oh, okay. 21 +1 crossbows.
Start training Lynn and Dahlia to shoot.
Yeah. Screw the
Honestly.
knife training. 21 + 1 crossbows or light crossbows, like short bows.
There is a short spear diagonal in the base of the basket, and instead of it being wood with a metallic head, it is solid steel all the way along the length, and it has a silver tip and silver spiraling inlay all the way down, and it looks to be of elven make.
Did you get all that, Ames?
And quite valuable.
What are its stats?
Is it worth a gold or more?
I mean, the crossbows we found are worth a gold or more. They're like 2.4 gold or something.
A short spear is normally, let's see, one-handed, +1 bonus, and 1 damage.
This is like a finely crafted elven silver spear that would probably belong to a guard of an elven settlement probably a high-ranking one. This would be the kind of weapon you would carry as a sign of rank, or if you were guarding like a particularly powerful noble, like a duke level noble. Yeah, give me one sec. I didn't plan for any of this.
Listen,
You didn't?
I almost joked
No.
at the very beginning that we were going to murder him, and I didn't plan for us to follow through with it, but you know,
But you know,
I didn't plan for it either.
when circumstances fall into your lap.
when silver
Make
short
money off
spears fall into your lap. Okay.
When life
This is
gives
a
you
short
limits.
spear that instead of having a +1 bonus like a normal short spear has a +2 bonus, and it is worth far more than a normal short spear.
Good, 'cause
But
a
if we
normal
try
short
and
spear is
sell
worth
it at that
2 copper.
dwarven settlement, are they gonna know?
Who knows where
They
this came from?
know.
I mean,
We might
like
wanna- we
out
might wanna
of
sell to
out of
different
character,
vendors.
out of character, he was banished from his home. So
Mm-hmm. All right.
Josh, that was a battle axe, not a two-handed axe, right?
Right.
Okay.
It's a battle axe. It's a finely crafted dwarven steel battle axe, so it will look like that, but it has the stats of a normal battle axe. And the the silver spear is of elven make. It's got typical elven decorations, but this is like expensive and embellished in a way that you wouldn't normally bother to do unless it was a sign of rank or some sort of noble's possession. And yeah, the money and 3 crossbows, a d12 worth of bolts, and now you have a balloon at 75%.
Amy, did you put the money in your inventory? Okay.
Cross the river away from here because we have no idea what caused this.
Dahlia walks up to Grunrock and she's like, "Did you see what happened? What's happening?"
I didn't. I'm sorry. I didn't see it.
Didn't see it?
I
Was
don't
somebody
know.
casting
I don't-
spells? What happened?
I don't know.
She's packing up her things.
Wait! I can't do this. I looked at Veloz and I'm like, I know shit's about to go down.
Ralgar,
I can... What? No. I cannot lie to my friends. I would not lie to my pack. I will not lie to all of you.
what do you mean lie to us? What on earth are you talking about?
I did this.
What?
I did not mean to do this. But I did this. I was so angry. And I looked to Lynn with like kind of like wide like apology and understanding eyes. I was so angry that I went well away from here. And I let my anger take over. And I stole the life around me. But something went wrong. Something went very wrong. I think I did this to the dwarf. I did not mean to. But we are safe here. Nothing else will happen.
Lynn's just shaking her head no. This... You did this? I told you. I told you that magic... You told me that everything would be fine. I told you that magic couldn't be trusted and you said it was fine. You said everything was fine. And then look what you did. He's dust now. He's dust. What's... You just did this and you move on? What?
Yes. We move on.
you'll just do it again. You'll just do it again, and more people will die. It's just like my village. It's just like my parents. This is no different. This is how it happened. Nobody meant it, but this is what happens when you let magic do whatever magic's going to do.
Take a breath, kid. I understand you're upset.
The trees are bleeding all around the clearing.
Hey!
You hear crackling sounds, and you look around, there's blood dripping down the tree bark like sap.
Pull that knife out.
He just did this. He just did this, and he's acting like it's fine. He's acting like we just move on.
I'm pulling the crown out, and I'm putting it on my head. And I'm just going to look at her. I understand. Chill. And if you think sparring will help you chill or work through it, we'll do that. If you want to go for a walk, you and I can go for a walk. But you got to catch your breath. What do you want to do, kid?
She doesn't even look at you. It seems like she doesn't hear you. And she's just staring at Ralgar, and her eyes turn solid black all the way over, and her hair is standing on end. And Ralgar, you feel a crushing pain in your chest.
Ah!
Stop!
She's taking steps forward, and her eyes are just glazed over, and she's slowly walking towards Ralgar, and he's acting like he just has a crushing pain in his chest.
Stop! I'm going to grab her by the arm. Stop!
I'm going to help Velas try to hold her down.
You all hold her down, and a magic miscast triggers. She's casting Hand of Doom at power level 3 on Ralgar without even intending to do it. And there's going to be a random magic miscast effect when you
Bitch is using my necromancy against me.
Does the crown stop it?
Oh.
I'm wearing the crown right now.
Roll a d6, Amy. No, it doesn't.
What resistance
What is
do
the
I
point
have?
of this thing?
You have
What
no resistance.
do I have against magic?
You have no resistance. It's just going to happen. It was a random spell at a random power level, and the crown failed to dispel it. You get no opportunity to resist, but there's a miscast, and some of the miscast opportunities involve the spell not working. So let me see what's going to happen.
I didn't even get my turn to yell at Ralgar. All this stuff started to happen.
You'll get your chance, I promise.
You might get your chance.
She rolled the same thing he rolled. The spell also affects a friend or other unintended victim.
Oh, but it fits, though. She's mad at us.
All right.
Is she mad at all of us? I don't know. I'm holding
randomizing
her.
among
So
everybody in the camp. 1 is Velas, 2 is Grunrock, 3 is Vergello, 4 is Dahlia.
If she
5
kills
is the
Dahlia, I'm
donkey.
cutting this chick's head off. It's happening.
5 is the donkey.
I hope it's me.
It can't be the
Oops.
donkey, Josh. Hand of Doom only works against humanoids.
Okay. That would be Velas. Velas and Ralgar. Who were the people that were seizing Lynn?
I was.
Me.
Velas and Grunrock. The two of you tackle her to the ground, and when she hits the ground, there's like a shockwave. You see the crown flash with a white light, but it fizzles, and its white magic is like blasted out into the trees by this big black shockwave. And Ralgar and Velas are each taking 3 strength damage. Does that
I'm in
break
peril.
you?
Yeah, it breaks me.
It does not break me.
honey earlier.
So it hurts like a motherfucker. And if you'll let me, thematically, because it doesn't break me, I'd like to still hold on to her. And just, like, punch her across, like, the face as hard as I can. Just, like, coughing blood, like, dripping. Stop! I'm gonna, like, punch her in the head.
She will hit the ground. She is a little girl.
I'm on top of her, too. I'm not trying to kill her. I would kind of like to knock her unconscious
Okay.
since her eyes
We're
are
just
black.
trying to help you.
Do both of you have 3 or less strength?
I'm at
At
0.
3 or less strength? I'm at 1. She did 3
Wait,
damage.
no, I'm asking if both of you have 3 or less strength. What's your base strength?
No, I have 4.
You have 4? Okay,
Yeah.
you feel a crippling pain in your chest, and then you punch her out, and she hits the ground. Ralgar clutches his chest, falls to the ground. Velas, you are out of breath. Your head is spinning. You can barely focus on Lynn lying on the ground, and you have to sit down. And you think you might throw up. You can't talk, you can't see, and Ralgar just grabs his chest and falls on his face flat in the dirt, and he is lying motionless on the ground. So now Lynn is out and Ralgar is lying completely still. Velas is crippled, and that leaves Vergello, Grunralk, and Dahlia to do things.
I'll walk over to Ralgar and flip him over.
He is barely breathing. He has a pulse, and he needs a healing roll to stay alive. You're not sure how long there is to do that, but his breathing is very shallow, and he's mildly convulsing. He has a critical injury that he is unconscious until further notice, and will die without healing intervention.
Check his bag or his pockets. I think there's one more piece of that lich left. I mean, unless you think you've got it.
Don't bother. Isn't that the way of death magic? A life for a life.
You can't just let him die. Can you try to treat him or something?
I'll use my remaining willpower. And I will catheter him, help a broken comrade, so he restores 2 strength.
Okay, you spend a willpower. You play your song. If you want to trigger your dark secret, you can have this only work on a perform roll instead of auto-succeeding.
I kind of feel like I have to. Yeah, because I mean that. I'm livid. Yeah.
You play a song for him to try to save him, but the song will fail if your perform check fails.
One success.
It narrowly succeeds.
I very bitterly play a song and
His
almost
breathing
fumble.
seems to stabilize, and he remains unconscious until further notice. You're all standing in camp.
Sitting in camp.
Mm-hmm. Lynn and Ralgar laying in different parts of the clearing. Ralgar on his back, Lynn just asleep in the mud.
What a wonderful way to put that. Just asleep in the mud.
Taking a little concussion nap.
He's stable. I'm just gonna go lay down. Let me know if he needs any more healing, but I have no more magic to waste on him.
I'll just keep watching. Dahlia, I'm not good at this. What do I do? What do I do?
And I'll stand over Lynn and pull my knife out of my belt.
What do you
do? We end it now or risk another one?
I just start shaking my head and throwing my arm out.
Yeah.
Dahlia looks like she's genuinely thinking about it.
No offense, Velas. You almost died. You don't get a vote.
I will stagger to my feet and stand over top of her and pull the dagger out and just kind of very weakly.
Dahlia grabs your wrist. She's like, is this who you want to be?
I don't know. But fine.
And I'll just give Dahlia the knife.
She's standing there with the knife, looking down, looking around at all of you. She leans down, grabs the girl by the front of her clothes, and drags her over to a bedroll and lays her down on it. Throws the knife over by the campfire. This isn't what I left home for. And then she walks across camp, crawls into her bed.
I'll look at Velas.
Go to sleep.
Promise me. No surprises.
I won't do anything.
I'll walk over and sit next to Actually, I'm gonna sit next to Lynn. I'm gonna walk over to our loose, out of control cannon of a kid. And I'm gonna sit next to her. And I'm gonna lean back and just slide the dagger into my skin, and as I do it, just pass out.
Alright. Velas takes a chest pain nap. Vergillo and Grunrock. Well, Grunrock probably continues to keep watch. Vergillo naps it off. Dahlia goes to sleep. And Lynn is unconscious.
What phase is the moon right now?
Near full. It's like gonna be full in 2 or 3 days.
Do I have a sight line to it?
You can barely see it through the trees, just through little cracks. You would have a very clear sight line to it if you were at the death clearing a little while north of camp, but I don't think you know about that.
I'll just look up at the moon.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you're listening, but please help us.
And I'll draw my scimitar across the palm of my hand and just let the blood drip onto the earth.
Take a point of damage to your strength. You are sitting by the campfire, staring into it, and the blood on the ground begins to move, and it makes the shape of a spiral that is jagged on the edges, kind of like a spiraled dragon kind of form, spiraling outwards from the center. You have no idea what it means. But when you stare into it, you see a reflection of the moonlight through the trees. And the reflection briefly looks like a big white staring eye that blinks. and you're not sure if you saw it. And when you stare at it to see if it was just a hallucination, it doesn't seem to happen again.
I'll just keep staring into it, see if anything else happens, and kind of talk to myself into the symbol, repeating, I didn't see. I don't know what to do.
Try as you might, nothing else happens. And the night passes. It's morning, y'all. And
Food
Ralgar
and water
is-
rolls.
Do I
Time
have
to
all of my
eat.
strength back?
Time for
Did I sleep?
breakfast. Lynn
Did I
wakes
sleep
up.
long enough?
Ralgar does not.
Do I have all of my strength back? Josh?
Hmm?
Do I have all
She
my
get a full
strength
night's
back?
sleep.
Yeah.
I did not take the crown off, by the way.
Okay.
So maybe not the most comfortable night's sleep, but I didn't know if my time bomb was going to go off.
You
And I set my
dream
alarm
of-
for the morning.
You dream
Sorry.
of ancient times and beautiful, verdant wilderness in the times before humans came to these lands. Wearing the crown all night, you're just going to have intense ancient elf dreams.
Sick.
You're dreaming
Here
of
for
being
it.
an eagle soaring over the lands.
Yeah, it's a
and,
lot cooler than reality.
Yeah, so Ralgar does not wake up in the morning. Everybody else does. Lynn will wake up last, and she's clutching her head, and she's still got a big visible bruise here, and she's going, "Ah, what happened?"
Let's say you and I go for a walk, and we'll talk about what happened.
She goes
Okay.
with me.
Yeah, and I'll get her a good distance away from everyone else. Actually, I'm gonna take her to Ralgar's clearing. I'm gonna let her see it, and I'm gonna tell her like this is where it happened. I didn't like it either. And what happened to Ingrid happened because Ralgar did not have control of his magic.
Andred?
Ingrid, I don't know. Andrew, I wasn't
Jonathan
paying
the dwarf.
attention to his name. The beard goth. Sorry, Andred. Ralgar didn't have control of his emotions, and when his magic backfired, that happened. When you learned about it, I told you we needed to go for a walk. I told you we needed to spar. But your emotions took the best of you, and Ralgar is unconscious. I don't know if he is alive or he is dead. But you nearly killed he and I. I thought my heart was literally going to be crushed inside of my chest.
I thought that was a
And-
dream.
I
I remember
punched you.
ripping your heart out of your chest and holding it beating in my hands.
Not a dream, kid. That was real magic. And you almost killed me. You might have killed him. And I knocked you unconscious. Because you didn't have control of your magic. And rather, control of your magic, I would go so far as to say control of your emotions. Because I know that you were not intending to kill Ralgar and nearly
Wait.
kill me.
Wait, that was Ralgar's heart beating in my hands, but I grabbed hold of yours too,
Yeah.
and it was like a shiny rock. It was green.
Green?
It was green. It was like a green stone,
No, it was red.
and it felt cold.
Green. Not red. Are you sure?
It must have just been a dream then.
Not all of it. maybe the magic of the mind, but that's irrelevant. You and me, we're gonna figure out something. We have been fighting and working on knife work enough that when you start feeling your emotions take over you, we're immediately going to sparring. And I know your head hurts, and I feel kind of bad. To be candid, you almost literally crushed my heart. So, only kind of bad. But we're going to go into some kind of fighting to help you get distracted from your overwhelming emotion. Because you can't let your emotions rule you when you're so deeply coded in magic. Or you will
She
kill
looks
people.
around at the clearing and all the death and all the withered trees and looks up at the sun, and a bird just flies overhead across the clearing. She says, I'm leaving. I'm not traveling with him anymore. I'm gonna learn how to get rid of people like him.
No.
And she starts marching away into the forest.
Lynn, stop.
No.
I'm going to command her to stop.
With your talent thing?
Mm-hmm.
You have been talking to her for at least a minute. Spend a willpower.
Spend a willpower.
We are not making friends.
I'm going to get in front of her. It's not how it works, kid.
I'm leaving.
No, you're not. No, you're not. You don't have to like Rhaegar. You don't have to agree with what he did. And trust me when I tell you, it won't happen again. I won't let him do it again. What he did was not on purpose, just like you murdering him was not on purpose. But you're not leaving. I will not let you. You are staying with us. It's not a question.
I'm staying with you. It won't happen again.
Go back.
She turns and starts to walk back to camp. She's walking back to camp, and on the way back she's going, oh, my head.
Maybe Vergello can fix it.
I think we're going to call it here.
Just everyone's sad.
It's perfect. Yeah, I'm gonna do experience and stuff here.
It's gonna be a big one.
Well, we'll see. It's gonna be a lot of judgment calls in this one. Hold on. It was a heavy roleplay session, but a lot of stuff happened. Did you participate in the game session? If so, gain an experience point. Did you travel through at least one new hex? No. Did you discover a new adventure site? No. Did you defeat one or more monsters? No. Did you find a treasure worth of gold or more? Yeah. Technically. Function on your stronghold? No. Activate your pride? No. Although, Grunwald could have actually.
I didn't
chosen to
explicitly
reroll it to hear
activate
that.
it.
If you had, I would have let you re-roll it on that scouting roll when all the ruckus was going on, and I didn't think of it. I think it's too late, though, because you got to re-roll your pride to see if you lose your pride. Here's the thing. Let's do it like this. I'll give you, because you roleplayed it, and because it was a good time for it to get used, and you were kind of role-playing your identity crisis if it goes away, I will let you roll your pride if you choose to right now. If you get no successes on the pride die, you will lose your pride and have to come up with a new one. Regardless, you will get an experience point. Or you can choose not to roll it and to leave it as is. You got successes?
2 successes.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Nice. Okay. I'm going to give you an XP for it. Because you actually could have rolled it, to notice the ruckus happening to the north of you, maybe to see like birds flying away or the canopy moving in the distance or something, or animals scurrying away in your direction, something like that. And you were role playing like you were making it relevant to the situation, and like you were preparing for an identity crisis if you lost it. So go ahead and take an XP for that. I feel like it should apply.
Well done.
Did you suffer from your dark secret? Let's see here. I'm gonna go yes on Velas.
On Velas?
Hold on.
Vergello.
Definitely yes on Vergello. One second.
I don't think my dark secret applies here. I was just role playing.
Hold on. Oh, your dark secret wasn't what... Yeah. You sort of evolved a dark secret that was better than your original one, but I forgot what your original one was.
I mean, if you want to,
might
like,
reshuffle
give me the
that on paper
XP...
later.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you want to give me the XP and we want to, like...
I
actually would
what your
enjoy...
official one was. But we
I
can
would
talk
love
about
to
it.
flesh out. Yeah, we'll get later.
Yeah.
Do you want to give me an
so-
XP?
No.
Oh.
Yes for Gello. No for Grunralk. No for
My
Radar.
actions had my actions had naught to do
Yeah.
with.
So we'll just do Vergello for Dark Secret. Did you risk your life for another player character? There's a lot of interpretation this time. Oh boy.
She didn't mean to, but she almost, bit it.
Yeah,
Right,
almost
that's what
bad.
I
I
was
was
thinking.
trying to.
But her and Grunralk technically did the exact same thing. Just the dice punished Velas and not Grunralk. So do we reward
But
her for the dice picking her?
I think so. I think you have to pick between one of them, and since it affected her, she wins the bout.
As the other person involved in it, I am totally fine with it going to her.
No, this
She was the one that
can,
almost died.
I
this
could
one
say it
can
would go to
affect
both of
multiple
us.
people. This XP can go to multiple people. This just did you risk your life for another PC?
Yeah, they both jumped on the bomb.
I mean, if you can give it to more than one, then yeah, I think both of them deserve it.
All right, Velas and Grunralk, you can get it. Did you perform an extraordinary action of some kind? I think the set piece of this session was Ralgar's ritual. You get an XP
Hell
for that
yeah.
shit because it made 10 different things happen.
Spicy
Emotional
AF.
waterfall.
Uh-huh.
And here, I thought the most interesting thing was going to be me killing 2 deer successfully.
That was amazing.
Extraordinary action, though.
That's an extraordinary.
That was dope, but that was just good die rolls.
Oh yeah, no, for sure.
So we're going to leave it there. Thank you, everybody, for watching. I will continue to try to fix the stream stuff, but again, good versions of these that are cleaned up and edited will be uploaded to YouTube. So if it was cutting in and out or being funky on the stream, the full versions of these will be available later. So thank you for watching, everybody. We're going to play 2 weeks from tonight, unless I hear otherwise. Is everybody tentatively good for November 6th? Wait, that's the day. Let me think. Oh, yeah. No, I don't think there's anything going on then. Is everybody tentatively good for 2 weeks from tonight?
I am.
Definitely.
All right, cool. We'll plan to play 2 weeks from tonight on November 6th. Thank you for watching, and have a good night.